There is a frustrating contradiction at the core of modern parenting. Following the best available advice often yields the worst possible results. You sit down to calmly reason with a child, logically explaining why a chore has to be done, only for them to launch into a fierce argument. You grant them independence to help them grow, and they respond by clinging to your leg and whining. You make a point to validate every effort with praise, hoping to build their confidence, yet they remain deeply unsure of themselves. When parental love and modern psychology both fail to reach a child, we have to look closer at the mechanical, default way we are talking. Imagine a mother who has determined to be the most patient parent on earth. She walks into her children's room, expecting to bring warmth and joy, and finds the floor completely smeared with wet finger paint. In a fraction of a second, that reservoir of patience evaporates. It is instantly replaced by a shriek that shatters the peace of the entire house. In the book Liberated Parents, Liberated Children, Adele, Faber, and Elaine Mazlish document this exact brutal reflex. In the heat of the moment, the parent lashes out with the words, "Disgusting, slobs, can't I trust you for a minute?" The bitter irony is these are the exact phrases this parent heard in her own childhood. She hated them then, yet here she is, repeating them word for word. Pure love and good intentions are useless in a crisis if the parent lacks a specific vocabulary designed to de-escalate conflict. Child psychologist Dr. Haim Ginott sought to break this cycle. Speaking to a room full of frustrated parents, Ginott posed a simple question. What is it about the language I use with children that is different? Ginott divided communication into two models. The default mode for most adults is evaluative, language that judges a child's character. The alternative is descriptive language, where the parent simply states what they see. This framework challenges how we praise. If a child brings you a painting and you call it beautiful, you have trapped them in a label they now have to live up to. They may stop experimenting entirely, fearing that their next attempt won't earn that same high status. The descriptive alternative removes that pressure. You simply state the objective facts on the page. I see a purple house, a red sun, and lots of flowers. By describing the work instead of judging the child, you invite them to draw their own conclusions. They decide they are capable, which builds a true internal sense of self-esteem. Consider a daily crisis. A child accidentally knocks over a glass of milk. The standard evaluative attack is to say, "You always spill things." This forces the child to mobilize all their mental energy into defense and denial, shouting back that it wasn't their fault. The descriptive approach, simply saying, "I see the milk spilled," removes the character attack. Because the parent has stated a fact without placing blame, the child's energy shifts strictly toward finding a solution. It is easy to argue that the specific words don't matter, as long as the child knows you love them. Ginott answered this with a financial analogy. Abstract love is like a $50 bill, highly valuable, but practically useless when you need a dime to make a phone call in a booth. Specific descriptive words are the small currency required to make a parent's love functional during the frustrating moments of everyday life. This system does not ask parents to be emotionless. Infinite patience is impossible, and genuine anger is often a necessary response to chaos. Ginott introduced a protocol for these explosive moments called anger without insult. It allows parents to express their rage, provided they never attack the child's personality. To put this into practice, you translate an evaluative insult into a descriptive expression of your own feelings. Instead of calling a child a slob for their messy room, you say, "When I see things lying all over the floor, I get furious." This allows the parent to vent their rage completely, but the heat is directed at the objects on the floor, safely bypassing the child's self-worth. When stripped of personal insults, a parent's genuine anger becomes a powerful, safe way to correct behavior. This approach requires parents to abandon their traditional roles as judges, jurors, and prosecutors. They become the child's defense attorney instead, using language to protect them from character assassination. For the children, this provides a way out of negative, self-fulfilling roles like the whiner or the slob that are often assigned by careless insults. For the parents, it offers liberation from the exhausting guilt of cyclical arguments. Simply changing the mechanics of our vocabulary is the key to breaking generational trauma, allowing a family's genuine warmth to finally surface and survive.